Okay, hi everybody. Welcome to our show. This is All Things Talk and everything else in between.
Yes.
So today we talk about the unspoken of toxic relationships. That is the small violin. Okay. Are we ready to start?
Yeah.
Wasn't that the start?
We've been.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I
Okay,
can
give me the
start for
food.
real.
Sorry.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Welcome everybody. Welcome. This is our show, All Things Talk
And everything else in between.
We followed suit there.
Yeah. So today, guys, we are talking about the unspoken of that topic that everybody was being hush about. Toxic relationships. How far does it go? When should it stop? And how far are you going? Like how far are you when as yourself gonna let it go for?
Toxic, I was no one.
I was now with toxic.
Because that happens actually.
It does happen.
And we tell her afterwards when you like going to that space where you like self-care, self-love, I want to discover myself, hana. That's when automatic toxic traits out.
Yes,
But
that's
our
true.
topic is toxic relationships. So
Yes.
what are toxic relationships? Or what does toxic relationships mean?
But we already know what a toxic space is, I think. But if we don't know, I feel like a toxic space is where you're not heard when you feel your points are valid. You don't really necessarily need gratification, but you need to be heard, but you're not really being heard. Spaces where we are truly so when you have to say, when you feel like you have something to say. Ndoni chomi.
Oh, there's a lot actually, because I mean, right now we're actually mentioning some of the signs of toxic relationships and what we've actually experienced. But manje, I actually want to read from.
Yes.
the text. Google.
What
is
does
our
Google
friend.
say?
Yes,
Google is our bestie, y'all.
Google. So what Google is saying here?
Google.
Google. Because it's actually giving me signs now, Yolana, what a toxic relationship signs are. So the definition here, it says a toxic relationship, on the other hand, is not a safe place. A toxic relationship is characterized by insecurity, self-centeredness, dominance, and internet is very slow. It is loading.
Wow.
But in essence, actually, we have like an
idea.
actually what it means based on the textbook itself. Some of the traits that one has, how you feeling about negative. It's mostly just the negative side of it, and never there's not a positive side.
Yeah. Recently, actually, I've been watching this couple. They are apparently, I won't mention names. They're apparently a famous couple out there in Nabo. They put themselves out there on the social medias and everything. So the guy had the girl tattoo his face on the neck. The girl has that tattoo, like a whole face in Tanyeni.
Like honestly,
Because she probably was believing love lives here.
No, but there's other ways to show love.
Anyway, boyfriend girlfriend with girlfriend ukubonisa uthando lwakho for mina.
This is how
You should. I think it was something like that. It was something like I think it was mentioned like a suggestion, but
that's toxic.
Just to see if she is gonna do it or not, and she did it. And she did it anyways. And it's not just one thing. She pulled her teeth out at some point in the name of my boyfriend. I love my boyfriend type situation. This guy's actually literally been putting her through zonke as tasks that she has to
As unnecessary,
unnecessary boo. just to prove that you love how much you love me, yonke lonto leyo. And girl played along, only to find later on uba this guy he had a baby mama when they met. But while they were still in the relationship, after the neck tattoos and then teeth pulling out situations and all of that, the guy went back to the baby mama and had another child. So
No, that guy is toxic.
Nah, very toxic.
Now that is a toxic
but
relationship
now
because
the question is gonna be why is she staying? Why is she still there?
in the name of love.
yeah.
If she's seen everything, they've been fighting. There's been punches thrown by Betana Band.
Love makes you do crazy things,
Yeah.
guys. Like even if like we're to work at toxic relationships, right? Sometimes you don't even see that.
Sometimes you don't see. That's the thing, actually.
You know?
You never really notice when you are in a toxic relationship. Because when you go with that jamthanda lo mntu type
And then
thing. You going all in.
Don't get that show. I will do.
So
Just to
yes,
show
yes,
this
yes.
person. Ukuthi as in, kya ho rata and go rasa kala rata la love and I can do whatever.
That
for
is
you.
true. That is true. That is true. And it's so sad. And actually, guys, based on Ugugule, it's actually mentioning here that apparently, guys, it takes two to have a toxic relationship.
It does.
You see.
It does. I actually agree with that.
It takes two people to have
I
a toxic
agree with that.
relationship. Agna Gutsi, there is one person who's toxic in the relationship. You guys are both toxic.
Because man, if you felt that you were better than that, then you would have walked out of that.
Yeah.
Kahle
It's-
kahle.
Maka nakhona, guys, not even feeling like you're better than that. Like you can both be in toxic relationships. Or maybe both of you can be toxic in a relationship.
yeah.
But you don't know that you are toxic.
You don't know. You don't know.
Until somebody sits you down and says, this is what happened, or I noticed this from the outside. This is what I noticed about your relationship. This is what's happening. This is what's happening. This is what's happening. Then when I, as Moto, who's in it, can sit back and examine things, you know,
Make that
and
decision for
analyze.
yourself.
Ukuthi, okay, fine. Okay, I feel like nami ngilaba toxic monana. Gilaba toxic monana. So I allowed this to happen. So Lena Moto answer toxicity ya high Lena, you know. So
That's true.
yeah, no.
That
So
is
what
true.
do you guys think a toxic relationship
Actually,
is?
I'd
let
really
us
love to
know.
know. Yes.
Let us know in the
Please let
comment
us know.
section.
Yeah, like share with us.
Have you
But-
been in a toxic relationship? Do you notice somebody, a friend, a neighbor, your sister, brother, who is in a toxic relationship? Because ziyahlukana.
Ziyahluka vele.
Yeah.
Ziyahluka, guys. And when you actually think of it, firstly, there's a lot of relationships. There's relationships between, parents and their kids, between lovers, between siblings, between friends, and so forth. So with every relationship, there's, those toxic traits that
Yes.
could actually happen in that relationship. It's just like, for example, having a toxic relationship with a parent. Maybe let's say, for example,
I was about to ask actually, Bob, what are we talking about right now? Are we talking about lovers, or are we talking about family, or just platonic
We were
relationship?
generalizing.
Yeah,
We're
we're just talking about
generalizing.
Yeah.
all round type of relationships,
Yeah,
professional, platonic,
Yes.
all types
yes,
of relationships.
yes.
Because they all can be toxic.
That's
to a
Yes,
true.
they can
That's
be.
true.
They
Because
can be.
there's children who stay with their parents while they do all of these things. Is he out there, and they can't say anything because ngumuntu omdala.
That's
And
true.
You like, for the respect of umuntu omdala, I can't just outright say.
Ngiyayibona naleyo. Sometimes you find parents, obviously rona ho letse bo magazine and whatnot. We've seen things happen in the herd and so
Hey,
forth.
man.
That's
Mohlomong o dula le motswadi wena ngwana sha hapo sekolong and whatnot, but then motswadi o dula ntse o jesa ka the way wena o le prakateng, o le prakateng, o le tjena, o le tjena, o le
Yes.
tjena. And obviously you have a relationship between a child and a parent,
Yeah.
But then obviously now the child cannot deduce whether the relationship is toxic with the parent because ke motswadi. So motswadi nna ha gonna o tsotsi, o sfebe,
This.
o useless, uche. That already is toxic because
Yes.
all of that negativity, all of that
Yes,
toxicity,
it's
iya
all-
ngwaneng, right?
Kahle kahle.
Hey. And then depending on how that child takes that and behaves, Leona say yena o tla ba toxic towards that or not. Because ka behavior ya hae, let's say now there's a parent who always says XXX to a child. And then the child decides, okay, fine. Well, because o re ke sfebe, ke tla ba sfebe.
Yeah.
Because o re ke tsotsi,
Yeah.
ke tla ba
That's
tsotsi.
toxic.
That
Because
is toxic,
I'm a
honestly.
draggy or whatever,
Both
then I'll be
sides.
that. Because o re ke stoutu, kitchen, then I'll be that.
Trying to spite the parent.
Why, but so that already is being toxically toxic.
Yeah, that's true.
Where do you think it comes from, though? Like the
toxic
toxicity.
behaviors. No, I think more than anything, when it comes to being toxic, firstly, for you to be toxic, it's an individual thing.
Yeah.
And then when you're in a relationship, because a relationship is not a thing, it's something we do together. Then when we're in a relationship, it's going to be a toxic relationship because we individually are toxic individuals.
Individuals.
I'd like to think you cannot really I cannot ukuthi singena ku relationship and we both not toxic and our relationship is toxic, or maybe let's say you are toxic and I'm not toxic. Our relationship cannot be toxic because it's one-sided toxic and the other side not toxic. So meaning that either we can both be toxic or we can both be good. You know what I mean? So I think the toxicity comes from individual self-indulgence, you know, some of the things that the expectations that we have of other people, what you want to happen,
Actually,
either my way or the highway. Some of the things that when a self, firstly, and this is something that a lot of people don't want to admit to themselves, but some of the things that you hate about yourself when you see them in other people, you're so quick to highlight it or so quick to judge it because you know it firsthand, but it's so hard for you to actually see it in other, like as a view. Thank you. It's so hard for you to see it in yourself. Okay, fine. Actually, I see this in another person or the toxic side of this person simply because I know it through myself. So I'm able to see that a person is cheating on me because I know what I used to do when I was cheating. So I think somehow it's the individual, you know, the person. Firstly, when you're in any relationship, you need to first fix yourself before wanting to fix the relationship. So I think it comes from individual indulgence and selfishness. And
I think I don't think actually I have caught myself being toxic a couple of times, and I won't lie, I haven't apologized to these people because I know I now know after a lot of self-introspection. I now realize, but actually, I was wrong in these cases. And at that time, when I was doing what I did, I felt justified.
You were self-indulgent.
Yes. I felt justified. I felt I should be acting this way. I'm supposed to say this to these people. Yes. Because Nakona, I think another part of my brain was like, girl, if you act like this this person is gonna respond this way, and if they don't respond this way, then because it's only to realize, but girl, you were wrong.
But then I also feel like a toxic relationship is a relationship where agukho happiness.
There's no happiness.
There's no happiness. You're not happy. Like, maybe that the next person can be happy.
Happiness, it's short-lived.
Yeah. If there is no happiness, then that is a toxic relationship. If there is no peace, if you cannot be in the same space as that person and find your peace, that is a toxic relationship.
Facts.
If you can be with a person and you cannot trust them to be loyal,
hey, man.
That by itself is a toxic relationship.
There we're talking about lovers.
If you are in a relationship where you have to modify your personality and be different just because it makes the other person
you don't belong there, get out of there.
Yes. If you're in a relationship where everything is always negative, when wrong, is a toxic relationship. There is no way as a human being ungahlala wrong, ungahlale unje. It's toxic by itself. Why are you still even in that relationship?
Yeah, that's true.
Honestly,
it's no longer serving you.
So if it doesn't make you happy, if it doesn't give you peace, if it doesn't, I don't know,
serve its purpose.
Yeah, if it doesn't serve you, then get out of there.
It's poison. But guys, when you're no longer being served a dish of respect, learn to leave the table.
Man, leave that table. Walk out.
It's so important, guys. You know, like whenever you are in any relationship, the minute you lose the respect in that relationship, guys.
If there's no respect,
then
it's a toxic relationship.
Irrespect, guys. As a respect, guys, can make you actually do things that you don't normally do because it makes you have reasoning. It makes you not take like irrational decisions, because respect, you put it beyond everything. So even if a person is being unreasonable, you know what I mean, you then put the respect actually makes you it makes you think, okay, fine, wait, I'm about to answer this person and I don't want to say this negatively or in I don't want to ruin things. Let me think, how would I have wanted to be told this in a way that I would still be able to actually sit with this person and explain to this person why I'm feeling
but
like
then
this.
It goes back to, if maybe let's say now there is stepfather ozwana no stepmother and then stepfather urape umntwana endlini, umntwana akakhona ukukhuluma nabazali or nomama ukuthi mama nayi into yenzakele. You know, if the relationship ayikho healthy between umntwana nomama uyabona, and if the relationship ayikho healthy between stepmother no stepfather, then toxic nje lapha endlini because nobody can say.
Nobody can communicate.
Akekho umuntu okhona ucommunicate ukuthi na into
kakuhle.
yenzakele nani. That already by itself it's toxic.
Yep.
That is very,
Yeah, ibona
very
lento le.
true. That is very, very true. That is
So
very
because
true.
now like with what you just said, like I'm just thinking about that, it's like you find so many instances where you don't really kind of like at the time don't notice that this is actually toxic.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, but we realize that after shit actually
This was
Man.
very toxic.
Yeah.
This was very
Maybe
toxic.
words that didn't need to be said,
Yes.
or things that didn't need to be done.
Yes.
Because
Because we were, you know, acting in out of impulse, you know.
because
And
what
then-
is toxic? The meaning of toxic is into a hazardous.
yeah, thank you.
You know, like
Yes.
That's bad. That's poisonous.
You know,
And if it's poisonous
Like
for your
the-
energy, that's the most poisonous. Because you're going out there and you're gonna infect somebody else with that. You're gonna try and get a partner who you're gonna expect to have the same poisonous energy as yours, and that one right there just it cancels it.
And guys, yes,
cancel
but-
both of yourselves out.
And yes, guys, but even like for example, another example of a toxic relationship is being in a relationship and both of you are actually using substances. That is a toxic relationship.
Haona kgotsa ngomu.
Haona o kgotsang ngomu.
Actually,
Guys
we
are
had a
just-
friend.
You guys
Sorry.
are just out there.
Sorry.
You know,
we actually
having
we had a friend who was in a relationship like that. They were both
A very
using,
toxic one.
using drugs, and they used to beat each other up. And whenever the friends would make a comment, it would be like, "Ay, nina nimfuna umuntu wami, you jealous? What, all of that." But the people outside are actually noticing. They see, but yeah, you're getting hurt here.
Because I guess le relationship
You're getting hurt even if she doesn't come back with
relationship.
scars. Yes. Even if you don't come back with scars, there's emotional scars that you carry all throughout.
Because I get to Nakona, the reason why, just like my friend mentioned now, it's the relationship that's actually toxic. It's because here you are being in a relationship. It's supposed to be a safe environment for you. It's supposed to be a place where you are able to grow and become
and where two
a
people
good
come
version of
together and help
yourself.
each other
You know what I
grow
mean?
with each other,
Yes, and a bloom, and you know,
together, man.
hamunat, you know what I mean? Not going down, but going up. But if you find
Because it takes
yourself
two to
having
relationship, but
you
it
know?
takes two to relationship.
Yes, it does take two. It takes two. So now, if you find yourself in a relationship, here you are doing bad things, and your partner and then when you just think, okay,
Where's
'cause-
growth there?
you know what I mean? Where's the
Like
growth
Anjali.
there? That is toxic.
How do you become
right
a better
there.
person?
How do you become a better-
If somebody akubonisa ukuthi bheka baby, this is happening and ayikho right, onyabona ukuthi ku-affecta ngendlela ekanje nakanje nakanje. Awusasele loyo muntu loyana ubeka kanje nakanje. You probably used to be ambitious and now you're not ambitious
And now
anymore
you're just like,
of whatever case.
I'm just worried about baby, and baby uza nenkaza kuphela. So yeah.
Well.
Yeah, but guys, like I feel like a toxic relationship is anything can affect your energy in like a very bad way.
Most definitely,
If it changes
though.
your positive vibes into negative vibes,
Imagine.
then it's toxic.
Not worth it, man.
Yeah.
Get out. Leave.
Maybe let's say you're only ambitious and then at some point you don't have dreams anymore, you don't want to achieve
Imagine.
things.
You have to
because
dim
of
your
that
lights.
yes, if you have to dim your light for a relationship, then that is a toxic relationship. But
Also, guys,
toxic relationship.
yeah, fucking toxic. Fucking toxic. Fucking toxic. Get the fuck out.
But yeah.
But also, guys, it's also true what they say that hurt people hurt people. Hurt people do hurt people. It doesn't necessarily mean physically when you out there butchering people, but the words that you utter, man, they cut deeper than that.
You know, I
knife.
actually had an image about toxic people.
Hurt
hurt people.
Because now I'm just thinking, if I'm poison and I get a pure glass of water,
You're gonna
and then I
poison that
put my
shit out.
little drop of poison in there,
Oof.
then I poison the water.
and you keep
And
giving
anybody
you keep
that's going to
passing
drink
around
it,
that glass.
We're all gonna be poisoned
yes.
from that. And
That's
it's
what
about
happens.
You
That's
are
the image I
patient
had.
zero.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, fact is that's what happens, guys. Most toxic relationships, toxic people as well, they come from toxic environments. That's what happens.
It's like a bully.
Yes,
They're gonna tell you that a bully is also bullied at home. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that person is trying to
and it takes time to unlearn that shit. To be honest, yeah.
Right.
It
But
takes
so
a
how
lot.
can you recognize if, like, or recognize a genre you in a toxic relationship? In a toxic relationship. Now I'm asking because there's probably somebody out there who's watching this, ne?
Yeah.
And they kind of like looking at things in their relationship and so forth, and they just want to know, am I in a toxic relationship or not? Like, what are the things look out for 1, 2, 3?
Yeah, because you can't keep saying this is working out for me while udlega. You can't keep saying that.
Now I need to lose back and
I was thinking that actually.
toxic in our relationship and then complain
Do some self-introspection, man.
But then how do you know ukuthi nawe utoxic?
Utoxic.
Like for instance, umuntu mhlambe let's say uzofika kuwe ngendaba ethize ukuthi ngizwe bathi wena wenza kanje nakanje nakanje. How you react to that
situation
will determine whether you have that toxic trait or not. If mhlambe uzo-reacta usolwana because let's say next sekelwana because siwe wize utlile lebu are in trait kana ebese nna seke wanyela untela di sekufitla ho lebu ha ke batla ho botsa gore na ho etsalang sekufitla yona ke bona
Yeah, shout.
Yeah, already nawe utoxic nalo muntu ofike kuwe azokutshena lokho naye utoxic
Because they were looking for a reaction.
Yes, they were looking for a reaction.
Yes.
And yes, guys, masikhuluma kanje. I'm just gonna rewind a little bit back. There's a difference between
I'm coming back to
respect.
what you were saying.
There's a
actually. I'm
difference.
keeping that in
There's a
mind.
difference between respect and fear. Sometimes we find ourselves actually umuntu sibe ne fear instead of respect. You know, that's where sometimes you find the toxic trait. Because the minute someone actually fears you, I feel like it's slightly a bit toxic. Or maybe
is.
you are. Yes.
Because
you are toxic. Yeah.
The only person that we should fear is God.
Come on, and him alone.
And then kuphela if uzofeara umuntu ophila la emhlabeni ile
No, guys, like no.
ole kana le wena akere modimo re ntse ka tshwana kaofela
Yes,
like
like-
the same amount of measure ya whatever holiness or whatever.
We need
So,
to stop instilling that fear in other people just for us to get our way. I feel like
Gratification,
if
just
we
to be
instill that fear,
gratified.
yes, if we instill that fear, Tina, we are toxic as well. If we go around actually demanding respect,
No,
you are
that's
toxic
toxic.
because you're not supposed to demand respect. You're supposed
That's
to just
true.
get it. It's something that you're supposed to get. And then looking at toxic relationships, whatever it is that a person. I won't pinch you, I won't pinch you. Hey, man, say record, man.
I hope you have space there. I must stop you.
I do have a lot of space.
well, you said it.
Yeah, carry it your
Yeah, she just put on loudspeaker, Mama. Shit! Yo, guys. Yes, sis. So yes, guys. So I was saying that in terms of how do you recognize whether you are in a toxic relationship or whether your partner is toxic towards you? Mina, I feel like firstly as an individual, how do you know whether you are the toxic one is put yourself in the other person's shoes. Whatever it is that you do to that person, would you have liked to actually be treated like that?
Yes.
Ubaba, mama, or
Kuba uyibeka venek ini.
Yeah.
And do what you want to be done unto you.
Yes,
But you said it in Xhosa
do
yesterday.
unto others as you would want.
It just sounded better in Venek. I don't know.
Yeah.
So Mina, I feel like if right now if when you introspect and you think you spoke to your partner this way and you would not like to be spoken to that way, then firstly you gotta recognize that is toxic.
Yeah.
The fact that you don't want to be spoken to this way, but you want to be spoken to, it's like you want to serve it but you don't wanna
Receive it.
So that's what I did actually. I disrespected this guy and I called him names. And afterward, I was like, man, I wouldn't have liked somebody addressing me like that. So why did I do it to him? That was just it was petty shit. It was because Benkali attention. I wasn't getting enough of it. So I was
and
like,
you guys were in a relationship.
And we were in a
Now
relationship.
you're toxic. Why are niggas attention? Why are we even in a relationship?
Because I need to kind of my aspect.
I don't think you know guys. Lately, our relationships are. We'll see if they pay.
go with the
so
flow.
I feel like I was paying more attention, and then when I didn't get reciprocation, I was just like, no, you're. And then I thought about it later on, and I was like, no, I wouldn't have liked somebody saying
Or maybe
that
you
to
could have
me.
addressed it
I could have,
differently.
I could have put it in a certain, like, yeah, exactly.
And my expectations, guys. You know, having expectations.
Yes,
of
that's
other
true.
people. I think, Mina, for me, the minute you start
That
having
is so
expectations,
true.
that is toxic. You're not supposed to have expectations of people, especially negative expectations. Firstly,
Yeah.
khona abantu kungukuthi isihloko sihleli kanje sombheka ukuthi uzophela laphi.
Yeah.
Uzophela laphi.
That one is the worst. Yeah.
Thakathi.
Girl.
That is Thakathi on another level. You are a witch. You are lawyer. If you feel like
And graduating and you're ready to teach another class.
Graduating sekaye ku university
Yeah,
sekaye
yeah.
cum laude.
toxic.
Yeah. Everything.
Top level.
Yeah.
The minute when you start actually being that type of person,
Yeah.
when you start being envious of people, the minute you start when other things are happening that are good in other people, you start asking yourself, when is this happening to me? You are toxic, my friend. Let me tell you, are toxic. Wait your 10, because when your 10 comes, you won't want other people to feel the same way that you are feeling towards other people when it's
No
happening.
can't be seen indaba zabantu. Or
Gossiping.
noma ngasi indaba zabantu but then nje ukugosipa nje is toxic,
Gossiping
guys.
is toxic.
Yes.
There's a
Because
difference
yeah.
between having a conversation or talking about
but we
someone
gossip.
and gossiping. That's
No,
why
but then
usually
it depends on ukuthi okay fine how far does that gossip reach?
Actually, yeah.
Like okay,
that's true.
maybe manje sibona umunye usisi osnacks lapha ugqoke kanjani njani sikuthi mbona ukuthi njani. Ebese uyasuka wena uyahamba uyomtshela.
Yeah.
Bathi.
Ish.
Then it's a problem. Because it means ukuthi wena ufuna ukuthi abantu balwe and uma ufuna ukuthi abantu balwe then
bafethu si toxic la ngaphandle. Yo.
because like when you look at it
Yeah, like actually.
hey like
There's a lot of things that make us toxic, poisonous to ourselves.
Hey.
The fact that we actually compete, women are winning today, men are winning. That shit on its
that's not
own.
toxic.
That is toxic. That's fucking toxic. I don't like it. I don't like it. Because a lot of y'all take it too
women
seriously.
ningadlisini team please so brief.
I feel like guys we're fighting a struggle.
I'm giving y'all a stank eye.
It is guys, do you know
Women's conference next year ngicela ukuthi
Why are we competing? Why are we competing in the first place?
I like that.
Well, yeah,
I like
why?
that.
Yeah,
I don't know, the men started it.
Actually, come to think
men
of it.
started it.
Actually, she was right. It's
They're the
toxic of
ones.
us to actually remember we
To
spoke
be
about this.
competing. I'm not
Firstly,
saying
we were in a
anyone
relationship.
is right.
Yeah, we're in a relationship, and the guys decided to be toxic.
Yeah.
So now we want to be toxic.
No, no, yeah.
the same thing.
And women actually do it more.
You're right.
Women
And
do
then-
more. Women will break your heart, man. Women, So can we just not do this competition at all? I see again, guys.
Actually, it is
I
toxic.
see again.
Yeah,
Let's
it is
stop.
toxic.
Let's just stop.
okay guys let's start moving indaba
Let's
Going
just
back on
praise
your
each other. Let's just praise each other
Exactly.
for all
Going
the
back on
good
your-
we do. Let's just praise each other for all the good we do.
'Cause we
You know, and
do
encourage
good.
each other. Yes, and just
Good
encourage
does
each
get
other.
done. Yes. And encourage each other. Yeah.
guys
Nawe ukhuzeke makhuzwa. How? Ukhuzeke makhuzwa.
Yeah,
Yo,
ukhuzeke ma- Hey,
man, you are yourself. You live with yourself. You know yourself every day. Do you literally wake up every day and say, "Fuck no, I'm gonna fuck up somebody's day today"? Is that what you do?
Cabanga.
Every
professional
day.
life ruin
Professional life ruiner.
besimbukela ku Netflix you are a professional life ruin
Hey, without getting paid though, cause you broke.
Yes, guys,
Yeah,
when
like
you
you're making money out of that.
nikhumbuza le ngoma le i-album ka-Tupac, it's called Thug Life. And it's apparently an acronym of the hate you give
Oh,
little infants, fuckers. What? Fucks everybody.
yeah.
So
wait to do it's
Thug life,
life.
the hate
Yeah.
you
the
give.
hate you give, which is the thug part. Little infants. Fucks everybody. So the hate you give, the hate you give.
it goes
little-
back to that
Actually.
parent and child thing
Yeah,
pretty from vele umntwana aritshena ngwaneng and then utohola le mutrono and then it goes to the next person
And then it goes to the
they
next
find themselves in
thing.
relationships
What
with
we were
other
saying
people
about you
or their
keep you
siblings.
passing around this cup of poison. Everybody
because you are poisoned, you're like, nah, as poison.
Yeah, everybody must just get-
And then that is so sad, guys. I don't wanna like, so sad. It's almost like every
Yeah, there's no, we're gonna be left with no beautiful things
just
in the
because I'm
future.
hurt, as when song
Yeah.
has been hurt,
Well,
guys. I can't be hurt
ah.
alone. Oh, that is so sad. Such a broken society.
Man.
Maybe that's why we're losing so much color. Have you seen how brands like have changed. Like they're losing so much color. It's all gray.
It's all great, black and white.
And the color gives us happiness and joy. It brings out that
Oh yeah, that's true. Pheromones.
Yeah.
And, yeah. What is
Shit,
it?
is that where we're going?
Yeah.
Because I mean, right now we're a very unhappy society. If you look at things, so many people are killing themselves and so forth, and
Yeah.
everything is just so toxic. People are on Instagram the whole day, and
Very
they're thinking,
unfortunate.
"Yo, this person will what's wrong with my life?"
That's the thing. Like, why are you looking at the things like that? Why are you looking at it from that eye? Why are you not looking at life from it's half full? Why are you looking at it from half empty?
Because we live in a toxic society.
And just because
And the only things you are getting, like the only information you are getting fed, or you are
toxic,
feeding yourself is toxic.
Because why am I finding nomntwana waka?
Yes, that.
Uthenga ini, ayenze ini. Type thing.
And you just like,
I
well,
think
I'm
we
not
need
enough.
I think we need to start. Maybe
fuck shit up.
I'm just thinking. Maybe ngiyacabanga nje, guys. It's just a thought. I could be wrong. I could be right. Maybe something that we need to stop
everything
doing.
that we're saying here is based on our opinion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Apart from the part that we like in Rebella Google, but everything
Yeah.
else here is.
So now I feel like, guys, somehow maybe because there's more bad than good, and there's more toxic than things that are not
yes.
toxic,
And there's more global warming more than ever.
you know. So I feel like
Ooh.
maybe one way to actually fix things is the ones that are being the victims, how you react to that situation. Because also remember what we spoke about, Wuti, when you in a toxic relationship, both of you guys are actually both toxic. Not that there's one person who's toxic, you guys are both toxic. The fact that she's still even
Why
sitting
you
in there,
staying?
that means when you tolerate toxic,
Yes,
toxic
you're okay with
traits,
it.
and that means by virtue you are also toxic. And it's about birds of a feather flock
Flock
together.
together.
So if you are sitting there with that toxic person, that means you're also toxic yourself, because uhlula nokuthi umkhuze loyo muntu lo mara yenza into wrong.
You are allowing.
Or besides,
You are
we're toxic to your
enabler.
own self. What about
Uyabona?
self?
Thank you.
Because it means ukuthi wena nje as yourself uthatha lento le uzipoisine ngayo lento le kulo mhlalo layenza.
And
Yeah.
repeatedly.
Yeah.
We keep.
Maybe
Yeah, ne?
it's so sad, because it's so hard, guys, not to personalize things, especially when
Yes.
someone is being toxic towards you or being negative towards you. Because being toxic is negative, like in all negative forms. It is negative, it is bad, it is anything to do with
It's Satanist, it's
yeah,
dark,
it's
it's dirty,
not good.
it's a mess.
It's wrong. It's just not good. Actually, paga.
It's hazardous, dangerous,
It's
it's all these things.
Yeah. So I feel like somehow maybe a defense mechanism that the victims could use for them not to be as hurt as they normally are is not to personalize everything. Because sometimes yes, umuntu makazosho izinto, we know, guys, how hurtful those things are. But as soon as we start dwelling in them, that's more hurtful that she gets. That's the more, now you are unraveling it. Now we are it's like a cabbage. It's like this person hit you with a ball of cabbage. It's up to you whether you're gonna take that cabbage ball and just throw it away, or you're gonna open up the layers, of how many things
inspecting,
And Vele is so. Maybe that's why Vele.
Maybe Vele, that's why
It's
Ezra
because Vele
so.
It's because Vele I'm not good enough. It's
Now
because
you're
Vele I'm
ingesting
not
all of that
smart enough. It's because
toxicity,
Vele I'm not
yeah.
beautiful enough. It's because
Yeah.
Vele
I think
Guys,
your
just,
dog.
if you find yourself in a position like that where you have somebody who is toxic around you, maybe the best you could do for yourself is find a better somebody that you can speak to. Not necessarily the
professional.
Yeah, not necessarily a professional. Get a friend who you think is a good listener.
Even a stranger, guys.
Even a
Just
stranger,
sometimes
actually,
strangers
yeah.
could give you the best advice,
That's
guys.
true.
I don't wanna lie.
That's true.
I don't wanna lie, guys. Like sometimes more taxi. Some of the people that taxi now, but they
Yo,
went through
that's true,
the
man.
most.
Yo.
And you tell them your problems, they're not gonna say, yo, shame.
Nope.
They're gonna tell you how to tackle that. So. I once went through this, and this is how I actually tackled it. It's because of 1, 2, 2, 2, 2,
And that
3,
could
4.
help.
But
And
no
as much as-
judgment.
as much
And
as-
no muntu ngeke usambone futhi.
Yes.
No judgment. Nothing. It's like talking to a rock.
And as much as
the rock's
you're not
speaking
gonna
back.
use everything that person said.
Yes.
There is something that's gonna hit
can
home.
take.
Yes, there's something that you can take.
True story.
That is true. That
So,
is
Now when
yeah,
you come
man.
to a revelation at
Yes,
some point. Like after Mutoa got off at those different points, we self-check. I would like
Yes.
And actually, what you're saying is true. Speaking to a stranger is right, because a stranger is going to ask you the the hardest questions.
questions.
The
With
hard questions
no
like when I was and then what did you do?
And then-
so why are you still there?
And then you won't even feel like you're being judged because you know that this
Yes.
person is not asking you because they
know you.
or they know the other person that you feel like they
Yes.
were, victimizing you. They will ask you and then now more pendula honestly because you know this person
This
is
was-
asking
yeah.
because they just want
They just wanna know.
Yes, they just want to know what it is and how they can help. Yeah, guys, but
So,
to hell with toxic relationships.
To hell with
Yeah,
the man.
like,
Yo,
if it doesn't make you happy, if you feel like
if it doesn't serve you,
yeah, if it doesn't serve you, if it's
Doesn't-
messing up with your personality, if it's not positive, if it doesn't give you peace, if you feel disrespected in that relationship, I mean, if you can't trust the
Unwanted.
person,
Yo,
unwanted,
lalela.
if you feel like you can't trust the person and like there's no loyalty, then guys, it's
best
toxic.
you get out and
I think those are the
that's
kind of things that we could kind of look at
Yes.
for
yeah,
now.
for now.
But yeah.
But we'd love
In
to hear
our
more
opinion.
from you guys. We'd
Yes.
love to. Please let us know if you know anybody who has been in a toxic relationship. If you are, I said this already.
No, it's okay. It's
No,
okay.
please.
It's okay.
Yay.
But yes,
Sherani, guys.
share. Let us know. Let us know.
Toxic.
Thank you.
Don't forget to subscribe, guys.
Oh, that's we're closing. We're done. Yes,
Guys, make sure to subscribe to our
Down
channel.
there. Right down
Please,
there.
guys. We
Please.
do appreciate. We are actually road to 100 subscribers, guys.
So thank
Road
you
to
to everybody that has subscribed to
Thank
our
you so
channel.
much.
You are amazing.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Thank you, guys.
Each
All things
talk
talk
and everything else in between.
Bye.
Thank you. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap with this one.
I love you. I love.
It's a wrap with this one.
A rose.
Yo, yes,
Enzima.
industry roast, Papa.
Bona.
In
Can you
the straight industry. It was flames, but I haven't seen all of it. Yeah, actually, she has Netflix.
Please, yo guys,
Yo, I big Zulu
I would
Shem,
love to
I
watch it again. I would love to watch it again.
Ishilo.
No.
Shoni Wenka. Shoni Wenka.
Shoni. Oh, Shoni. Is it Shoni?
No.
Shoni unasali happy. I don't know Shoni.